Hi, welcome back to the shed for the long-awaited return of the Firechick build, and in this episode we're going to crack on with the neck by installing the frets. Okay, I know I've been saying it for ages, but I am finally going to start work again on the Firechick. It's been far too long and I've just been really kind of slow with picking up with this one. And to be honest, I'm struggling to remember where I was on this build, it's been so long. Now it's obvious we've got the fretboard on, the fretboard is slotted. Still needs a little bit of cleaning up by the looks of it, but we should be able to get some frets in, and I think that's going to be kind of one of the first things I do. I've got a bridge to go on, and I also bought a pickup. And I bought a pickup and it's got pots and it's got an output jack and everything, and it is also way too big. So I'm not sure that's going to work. I thought potentially if we took the cover off and made some minor adjustments to it dimensionally, we could put it in at an angle and it would just about fit in then. I don't know. It's a 4-pole piece pickup, but it is the same size looking at it as a standard single coil pickup. So that's probably going to be too big. So what I'm going to do is carry on looking for a pickup that I can use, and in the meantime we can crack on and get this something like. Now looking at this, I can still see the marks where I've kind of finalized these fret slots. So this fretboard obviously needs a little bit of cleaning and polishing, so we'll get to that in the first instance, then we can get some fret wire out and start some fretting. Okay, so I've just cleaned that up very quickly and I've taken that to 1200 super acrylics, so that is now very nice and smooth now. So next up, I'm very quickly going to take this little triangular file and I'm just going to open out those fret slots ever so slightly, just so we can give the frets a little bit of a leading edge, just so they'll go in a bit easier. It really doesn't take very long at all. And then we can start to get some fret wire cut. And for the frets, I've just got this length of fret wire. I have no idea what it is. It's been knocking about the workshop for absolute years. It is a possibility that this is actually left over from when I built my first Uke all those years ago. It's about at the right radius. I'm not going to bother radiusing it. I'm just simply going to, as frugally as I can, because I'm not utterly convinced there's enough, I'm going to start cutting this down to the required size. So I'll just work my way down the fretboard and I'll join you back when I've done. I'm simply going to press these frets in with my newly acquired fret press. Now last time I had to kind of knock these in with the mallet first. Let's just give it a bash and see what happens without the mallet. Because last time I was just doing it on a fretboard, whereas obviously this one is attached to a neck. Yeah, that's gone in absolutely spot on. So I think we're on to a winner there. So I'll just carry on working my way down the board and get the rest of them installed. Okay, there's the frets in. They all went in rather nicely, no trouble whatsoever. You might have noticed me reverting to the old technique of giving them a little bit of a tap to get them seated. They were just proving a little bit awkward to get sat in those slots, and just for the sake of efficiency, I just tapped them in at either edge and they went in absolutely beautifully. I didn't really have to put a huge amount of pressure on either to get them in. The last time I used that fret press, I was really having to push down hard. That might just be because I was trying to fret a fretboard rather than a neck. If that is the case, I think it'd be a good move to fasten any fretboard onto a temporary caul that's got a bit of meat to it, just to make that process a little bit easier. We shall have to play with that a little bit. So with that done, the next step is to just go along this neck and just trim these frets down a little bit, which won't take very long at all. It's going to get awkward down this bottom end because they're very, very closely spaced. Some of them are so close that there isn't really anything to trim down. And I can get this in the vise. And I can break out a little file and we can just start to get these flushed down. And there they are, all trimmed off. I'm not going to go too much further with these at this stage. There probably will need to be a little bit of leveling and dressing done on these, but I'd rather wait until I've got a little bit further along the line with the build to do that. Next up, I'm going to drop on the internet and see if I can source a suitable pickup for this thing, because I want to do the route for that before I join the body wings on. It's just going to make things a lot easier for me. So I'm going to have to do a little bit of detective work to sort that out, and I think it could actually be quite a challenge, but we'll see how we get on. While I'm at it, I'm also going to try and find some tuners. This could also be a challenge because I could get hold of some cigar box guitar tuners relatively easily to fit this, but of course we need left-handed tuners, and I'm not sure that left-handed cigar box guitar tuners is even a thing. So I don't know what I'm going to do there. I might just have to go with buying a set of normal left-handed 6-in-a-row tuners and just putting 4 of them on. We shall have to see. So I'm not going to leave it as long for the next episode of this. I will be back quite soon. Hopefully we'll have those components and we can start fitting them. Until then, as always, like if you've liked, subscribe if you haven't already done so, and I'll look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.